Hello and welcome to my review of WrestleMania 29. So the Granite Station Mall, the show of immortals, basically the show of shows, and it turned out to be, in my point of view, a disappointing WrestleMania, in my opinion. When John Cena versus The Rock, good match, I'd say. Rock, yes, and CM Punk versus an Undertaker, and Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, and all those other matches like Fandango versus Jericho and everything that I'll be announcing. But the four pictures I putting up is the Alberto Del Rio with John Cena and Undertaker and also Triple H. So as you can see, well, John Cena defeated The Rock. And you're gonna wonder, yes, it was fair and square. There was no turn heel, there was no controversial any kind of thing in the match. It was just a good match, I would say. But I'm very disappointed that John Cena did not turn heel. Therefore, WrestleMania was boring, to be honest. Triple H defeated Brock Lesnar in a no-holds-barred match. And, yeah. So CM Punk versus Undertaker was also a great match, with the Undertaker defeating CM Punk in a tombstone. I'll be basically describing all this later. So anyway, it started off basically the Shield versus Big Show, Randy Orton and Sheamus. Well, the Shield won because I would say it is basically at the end of the match. Big Show was gonna come in. He was gonna basically win the match, and then Randy Orton tagged in Big Show when Big Show didn't even realize, and Big Show was actually beating the Shield up. He was completely owning them, but then Randy Orton wanted to take the spotlight. He wanted to completely do a RKO and everything like that, and then Randy Orton was attacked by the Shield again because it was like 2-on-1. And the teammate Big Show did not even come in to help Randy Orton. And I would say I wouldn't blame Big Show because now the Big Show has turned heel. He has turned heel again because Sheamus was lying on the ground and Randy Orton was beaten down with the Big Show just standing there doing nothing. And I don't blame him because it was not his fault. It was actually Randy Orton's fault because he shouldn't have just be selfish all the time, and that's the thing about it that was really bad about it. So a bad start to WrestleMania because of the Shield winning, and there was no controversial. I mean, there was controversial, but I would say it was all Randy Orton's fault, and I would probably wanted to see Randy Orton turning heel. So yeah. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Fandango defeated Chris Jericho because he schooled him basically. You know, in the he just like completely. I mean, it was fair and square, and it was really. I didn't really expect it. It was a really boring match, to be honest. And Fandango defeated Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho didn't really. He was really shocked about it, and he started smiling, and he was really shocked. It was pretty much, yeah. So it was a really boring match. I would say I would give that like 5 stars. No, 5 out of 10 basically. That's what I would give the match. On the Shield one, I would give that 5.5 out of 10. And also there was I can't really wait. So oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Mark Henry defeated Ryback because Mark Henry squashed Ryback when Ryback was gonna do the shell shock, but then Mark Henry fell on Ryback's back and then he just pinned him, and that was it. And Mark Henry wanted more from Ryback. He wanted to beat him up more and more when Ryback was with the security, the ambulance, and he was probably going to get taken away, but then Ryback got up, spine buster, and then he also did the shell shock completely easily. But I still think Mark Henry won by fair and square, and I think he probably just took him to the Hall of Pain. So I don't really care about Ryback, I would say, and to be honest, yeah. So Mark Henry defeated Ryback. A good match. I would give that 6.5 out of 10. Dolph Ziggler and Biggie Langston versus Team Hell No. That was a really good match. I actually really liked this match. It was an awesome tag team match because at the end, Dolph Ziggler kissed AJ. The same thing Daniel Bryan kissing AJ last year as well, this year. And then Daniel Bryan kicked him, and then 1-2, and no, it was so close. I was going to be so happy with the goat face getting his revenge. Daniel Bryan getting his revenge. But yeah. But he was really close. But Team Hell No did win the match because Daniel Bryan, no, Kane was just attacking Biggie Langston. Biggie Langston was so annoying. I actually really hate him, the Biggie head person. So annoying. Kane attacked Biggie Langston, and then Kane chokeslammed Dolph Ziggler, and then Daniel Bryan fly in the air and jumped on Dolph Ziggler and then pinned him. It was really good, a really good comeback to WrestleMania because of Daniel Bryan losing the 18 seconds, but still it was a really good match. I would give that, I would actually give it 7 out of 10, to be honest. That was actually a really good match. I don't know if I'm going to be forgetting some matches, but I think we're going to go on to CM Punk versus The Undertaker. This was a very good match, I would say. A very, very good match with The Undertaker defeating CM Punk. But the negative thing, the weakness, is that we all knew that Undertaker was going to win. And if it was some kind of unpredictability kind of a match, it would have been even more exciting. So it was all, it was good. CM Punk's entrance was pretty good, with the Living Colour Alive, and also The Undertaker's entrance was very, I can't really touching. It was really touching, to be honest. So it was a really good match. CM Punk and the performance by them too was very good. CM Punk jumping on The Undertaker and in the announce table, and it was really cool, and I really liked it. It was CM Punk GTSing The Undertaker, and then Undertaker straight ahead tombstone him. That was a really good thing. But anyway, Undertaker beat him by tombstone. It was really good. I'll give that 8 out of 10, to be honest. Yeah, 8 out. No. I want to actually say 7.5 out of 10. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. This was an epic match, I would say. A very good match. Probably one of the best, but I don't know. It was one of the best, to be honest. Actually, it was, yeah. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. Triple H defeated Brock Lesnar because of I think he broke his arm. I mean, Brock Lesnar did the Kimura lock on Triple H, but then Triple H got his revenge and he did the Kimura lock on Brock Lesnar. But then he spine busted him onto the steel steps, and then he did the pedigree on Brock Lesnar on the steel steps, pinned him 1, 2, 3. I was really happy about this match. I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10. The right score, I would say. Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. This was an okay match. I wouldn't say it was that exciting. It was pretty boring, but yeah. Alberto Del Rio made Jack Swagger tap out, and that was pretty much it. It was not very exciting at all. I would give that the 6.5 out of 10. It was a very boring match. I was really disappointed that Dolph Ziggler did not cash in the Money in the Bank, but we all know that it would have. But it was a bit predictable. Like it was a bit predictable if Dolph Ziggler would have cashed it in. But he did the right thing that he didn't. But still, it would have been more cool. But I think it's the right thing to do. So yeah, Triple H defeated Brock Lesnar, and also Brock Lesnar actually did the F5 on both Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and then Triple H just kicked out, and not good enough for Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar just keept smashing him on, completely started owning him, completely throwing him everywhere and throwing him on steel steps and all that stuff. But then Triple H kept getting back up. It was a really good match, I would say. Epic war. It was when basically what happened is that Paul Heyman tried to cheat. Basically, what happened is that why am I keep saying basically? But what happened was that Paul Heyman wanted to because Triple H had the Kimura lock on Brock Lesnar, and then Paul Heyman wanted to, just get rid of Triple H and wanted to hit him, but then Shawn Michaels came up and sweet chin music to him, and then Triple H is when Triple H did the pedigree on Brock Lesnar on the steel steps, and it was a really good comeback to Triple H as he has won his first WrestleMania in So that is when Triple H defeated Brock Lesnar, and it was a really good moment. So basically he has won his first WrestleMania in 3 years. The last one was WrestleMania 26 against Sheamus, but so far that one, it was an okay WrestleMania, to be honest, with CM Punk in the end, with Undertaker and Triple H defeating their opponents. They were really good matches. There were 2 good matches, I would say, just 2 good matches only. So yeah, the biggest of them all, John Cena versus The Rock for the WWE Championship, with Redemption versus Greatness. As I already said, So basically, I'm going to go over actually the whole match with this one. It was a really good performance, actually. For once, it was a really good performance by John Cena and The Rock, obviously. But it was a very good, very good, I would say. So basically, this was definitely a slow pace to start with. The two just picked it up, and Cena were winning the attitude adjustment. Didn't really like. I mean, it really upset me as much as I thought. You know, it was. I was very mixed reactions, I would say. Very mixed reactions. Because it started off with really slow pace, with just grappling down and grapple and submissions, all that stuff. But then afterwards, when the AA happened, I think the rock bottom, all that. But when it happened, Rock did the rock bottom, and then the Rock did the "you can't see me" thing, and he tried to do the same thing again, like John Cena did last year with the people's elbow, and then John Cena got up, and then he did the AA, and I thought that was it that time, and it wasn't. It was not too good enough, to be honest, and John Cena did not win that time. But then what was happening was that The Rock, John Cena wanted to do the people's elbow once again with the same old very kind of heel kind of face when he was doing the people's elbow. It was really ugly, to be honest. Didn't really like that. It was like a heel turn, to be honest, but we all know it wasn't. And then The Rock did the rock bottom on him. Actually, it wasn't actually The Rock doing the rock bottom. Basically, John Cena went ahead and he started running, but then John Cena he held on to the rope and he did the "you can't see me" thing, and he wanted to do the do the AA, and he did it to The Rock, and then that wasn't even good enough. That was the best part, to be honest. It was a really good moment when John Cena did the AA, but The Rock kicked out, and I really was just putting my two hands into my face. I was so shocked about it. And then The Rock did the rock bottom. Them two gave all they could to win that match. It was epic, to be honest, and it really was disappointing when John Cena won the match and just did the AA. Basically, The Rock was doing a rock bottom, but then John Cena just went below to The Rock, and then he got on and blocked it reversed into an AA, and that he won it fairly. The worst thing about WrestleMania, basically, this year was John Cena winning fairly, and basically I didn't want him to win fairly because for the same 10 years I have been seeing John Cena being face, well, not always face, but as the face of the company, being WWE champion, doing the same old things, being a baby face and all that stuff, and I wanted to see some ruthless aggression for once again. I wanted to see him as a heel, and I thought this could possibly be the time where John Cena turns heel, and it would have been more exciting, you know. We all wanted to see John Cena get something that was completely the people would have been so shocked about it, so excited about it, that John Cena is turning heel, and he's getting so many boos. I mean, week after week after week, it's getting worse for John Cena as he's getting booed even more now, and that's why he has to turn heel. But you know, he's not actually answering those calls, and he's not really. So yeah, I wanted to see something exciting, something new happening with John Cena turning heel, but it didn't happen. So after the match, what happened was that The Rock got up so shocked that he lost. And I mean, you cannot imagine The Rock losing at WrestleMania. I don't really imagine it. I mean, it's happened a lot of times with Stone Cold and Evolution, like WrestleMania 20, but still, didn't expect it. I was really shocked. I mean, I can't imagine that. I mean, I don't think you guys can imagine that as a Rock fan, as one of the people. I mean, your people's champion losing. So I do respect the Rock a lot. He is the people's champion. John Cena as well. But the thing I don't really like about John Cena is that he is not listening to the people, and the people, what they want is a heel turn, something new, something absolutely new happening with John Cena. Not just the same old 10 years of babyface, or 7 years, I don't really know. But so that's the thing about it. I don't like at all WrestleMania. Therefore, overall, it was disappointing. It was okay, but it was a bit boring as well. Only the last 3 matches were good, and that was it. It was boring. I have to wake up like so late, so that's why it was really boring. I would say it was okay. I would say, but the match, I would say out of 10, I would give it. What would I give it? I would give it actually 8.5 as well out of 10. So it was The Rock. I mean, the last year's WrestleMania, even more. I think WrestleMania 28 was much better than WrestleMania 29. It was boring. Same old thing as we expected to happen with John Cena just winning, and it was it pretty much. I think it was meant to happen. To be honest, the only thing I wanted, I only wanted two things to happen, just two things only. That's all wanted to happen. Just The Rock probably winning fairly, or John Cena turning heel, and none of them actually happened. So it was boring. And so basically, in my opinion, WrestleMania 29 was bad, boring, disappointing. WrestleMania 28 much better, but I would give this rate out of 5. The show, I would give it. I don't actually know. I would give it actually about 3. No, 2.5 out of. No, I don't actually know. I know. I think it's best. I would actually out of 10. So out of 10, I would give it 7. 7 out of 10. No, 6.5 actually. 6.5 out of 10 because it was pretty boring. So, yeah, all I want right now is enough of me, enough of my opinions. I want your opinions. I want your comments. I want your thoughts on this year's WrestleMania. And, just give me your comments on what you thought about the twice in a lifetime and the Brock Lesnar and Triple H and the CM Punk and Undertaker and Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger. Just give me all your comments. Give me any of your matches, what you thought about it. And I will see you next time with the Monday Night Raw preview. So, peace.